Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match Pint, the only West Ham United fan show on the internet. We've just come back from a load in the stadium. It was Newcastle 3, West Ham 2. You're on the right, you better start me off with a starting lineup.
Just say same as last week.
Look at that.
Same as last week, wasn't it? It was just disappointingly, wasn't it? Roberto in goal, Creswell left back, Balbuena, Diop, Zabaleta, then Rice, Noble, what's his bloody name?
Snodgrass,
Robert Snodgrass, that's what I was down, Rob. Yarmolenko, Anderson, and then obviously Ale up top.
What was he thinking? What was it? I'm going to just start this off like a little bit negatively because I think I deserve to do that.
There's not many positives you can get out of that.
What was he thinking? And it's starting to worry me now, this sort of management, the way he's picking teams. Because I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but everything that happened today, I'm a normal fan and I could see it from where I was sitting here on the boat when he picked the team. I thought, yeah, he's going to get done by him, What's going on?
I said to you, didn't I, mate? You've got to take each game is different. You've got to set up different against different teams.
Did he hand in the wrong team sheet or something?
Yeah, he must have handed in the Sheffield United one last week and then he just thought, oh, fuck it, I'll go with that. But no, I mean, look, we know, Zabaleta's been a great player throughout the years, but you can't play him at right back when they've got the fast wingers that they've got. Fredericks, he's not always the best in positioning, but he's got pace. And we missed that a lot. And it showed when Fredericks come on with 15 minutes to go, or whatever it was, 10 minutes to go, how much different it looked going down that right-hand side.
And if we're going to play so high up the pitch, that high line up the
Yeah.
pitch, how can you expect Zabaleta to be able to get back? You know, if you're playing deep and you're sitting in deep, Zabaleta, you know, is a good option. But to play like that, Zabaleta.
I mean, even dropping Ogbonna, I thought was the wrong decision last week, and I stand by it this week. I thought he had been back in the team this week. I don't think Ogbonna done anything wrong.
He's been our best player, right?
I mean, look, Roberto got a lot of stick outside the ground, but he made a couple of mistakes today, but he still pulled off 4 or 5 good saves. He kept the score down, and he's a second choice goalkeeper. Because Fabianski's that good, he's hard to replace. And whoever comes in for Fabianski when he's injured, he's going to struggle.
Then the last 2 goals, they were
no, it was. That's what I said. It was 2 mistakes.
Coming for a cross and not even putting your arm.
Yeah, I know.
Mate. And then like the referee blows the whistle to take a free kick, and then he's still moving his wall over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fucking mental.
Yeah, that's the mistakes I was talking about. But then you look at 3 or 4 world-class saves that he pulled off that kept the score down. I mean, that could have been 5-0 at half-time, and they would have deserved it.
He's going to be one of them keepers, isn't he? Like, he pulls off some great saves here, but then will make this.
Probably like Adrian.
He is like a sort of like but not quite as good as Adrian, but he is like in that mould.
I mean, our fans don't help when they're cheering him when he's catching the ball and things like that don't help, do they? But it was disappointing from start to, well, I say start to finish, probably start to the 75th minute, really. I thought we'd done well in the last 15 minutes.
But it's so weird, though. It was for the first, 2-3 minutes, it looked like we started going, more direct. I was thinking, hang on,
do you know what? It was just, it's piss poor. I'm sorry, but it's piss poor. And I've been saying it for weeks, since Everton and all that. The thing is, right, we sat here against Man United, and I said, we've had a great start to the season, yeah? What was it, 6 games in, something like that?
Yeah.
6 games in, we've had a great start to the season. And you know what, we ain't even got going yet. There's more to come from this thing.
We're just looking at the fixtures coming up.
And we've just gone completely the other way. Yeah. And it's team selection, Ryan. Blatantly, it's team selection. Last week, you draw to Sheffield United, who are hard to break down, and it's quite simple to. I know Lanzini's been out of form and all of that sort of stuff, and you have to look at the players around you, and yeah, all right, you drop him out for 1 week, but it doesn't make sense to pick exactly the same team that didn't perform last week.
I would have brought Lanzini back into the starting 11 today, because Newcastle. When you look at them, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of Newcastle this season, but when I have watched them, I mean, especially I remember watching them against Tottenham away beginning of the season. They've got some good players. I mean, that Almiron, he hasn't scored. I said to you, didn't I? He hasn't scored, but he's a tricky player. And then you look at, what's his name up front? Joe Linton. Joe Linton, the way he holds the ball up, he's similar to Sebastian Haller in a way. But today, yeah, they deserved it. They deserved the win today. They 3-2 flattered us. 3-2 flattered us. People will look at that scoreline and think, "Oh, that was a close game."
Wasn't.
Nowhere close. Newcastle deserved everything today.
It's the lack of creativity that worries me, is because you look at it, you never feel like I don't ever get out of my seat, or I'm standing up most of the game. But you know, when you get the moments, you're like, oh yeah, come on, like there's hardly any of them moments.
It's because when you go forward, Dan, and I've said this for weeks and weeks and weeks now, you go forward and you go forward the way we go forward. People are hiding behind players. You watch around the pitch, right? Someone will have the ball, right? No one will be coming to get the ball. They'll all be pointing at someone else. Give it to him. Give it to him.
They look frightened, don't they? They look.
But this is the thing, right? This is the thing that annoyed me, and I think, like, I know this sounds a bit of a strange one, right? But what Marshy and Dom said at the end of the game, I sort of agree with in a way, right? They said, I'd rather have lost 3-0 than lost 3-2. And that sounds mental to say that, but I think that sort of papers, as he said, like, people will look at that tonight and go, oh, well, that was a close game. It wasn't close. It wasn't close. It was a tactically inept performance. The performance from the players was not good enough. The fact that we came forward in the last 20 minutes, right, and Newcastle, we sort of played into Newcastle's hands a little bit, but we started coming forward. People were forced to start taking responsibility, to start driving forward, and we looked like a force. The only thing that was missing from some of them crosses and stuff, some of them passages of play, was someone attacking the ball, because we're not attacking the ball. The ball goes in the box, and everyone's looking at each other to sort of attack it. We don't attack the ball, we don't come and take responsibility. And that's the thing that annoys me, is the fact that you go 3-0 down and then you start playing like that. Like, do that from the fucking start. You're at home. You know what I mean? But I don't think the manager helps the players. I think the manager's the one holding them back. I really do.
I'll be honest, mate. I didn't think it would get any worse. That I wouldn't see any worse performance than Everton away this season. But that was worse, in my opinion. It's just from start to finish. I mean, the first 2 goals, 2 set plays, just not like. It's disheartening because, like, the way we started this season, you know, we were sitting there. You go back and look at the first few post-match pints. You look at here when we were sitting there after the Man United game and we won 2-0. And as you said, like, we looked at the fixtures coming up and you're thinking, yeah, look, we can pick up points there. We've picked up 2 points.
We haven't.
Bournemouth away and Sheffield United at home. We've dropped points to Everton, Newcastle, Palace. It's Newcastle here today. And then, and the thing is, mate, we've got Burnley away next week, and then we've got Chelsea and Tottenham. And then what are they going to do? Turn up here against Tottenham, try to nick a result. Everyone comes out buzzing, saying, "Oh, that's it. Yeah, the season's turned again." Can't keep turning. Can't just turn up against the Tottenhams and the Chelseas. You need to turn up against the Sheffield Uniteds, the Palaces, the Newcastle.
Especially at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, if you go away, we went to St James's Park and lost 3-0. Yeah, it's bad performance, but when you're away from home, especially teams like West Ham, we're in a City and Liverpool and these sort of teams that go to these and get points away from home easy. We struggle. But here, you should be picking the points up.
Before Palace, right, it looked like we was finally, I mean, our home form was so strong. We were looking like we're finally turning this place into a fortress. And now, we can't fucking buy it.
Do you think, right, this is all sort of turned itself on their head since the Oxford game, right? Do you think there could be a possibility, right, that the players are thinking, like, what are we doing? Why are we chucking the cup game away? Like, what's the point? The geezer ain't got a fucking clue.
I'd like to think no. As professional football players, I'd like to think no. Look, the cup's out. It's done. The cup's gone. They go out there. They want to win every game. I don't agree with any football player that goes onto a pitch thinking I want to lose this game. I don't think that happens unless it's match fixing, which. Well, obviously we know that's happening, but I don't think any West Ham player sits in that dressing room, like, especially today, and thinks, "No, we're going to lose today." I don't believe that.
But motivation.
But motivation, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of a good chance for us to go and advance. Do you know what I mean? Like, in that sort of competition, and then you go and chuck it away. Because ever since then, I know that it sort of ties in with the Fabianski injury, and that could be a factor. But it just seems to me like the players have just thought, like, what the fuck's the point? Like, what are we playing for? We're not going to get the top 6. We're not going to get this. they just don't seem to be trying.
But at that time when we went out to Oxford, we was up there.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
This is what I mean. Like, we have got a chance. But
what's the point then, right?
Of getting top 6. I don't think we're going to get it, but there is still a chance because we could win at Burnley next week, and then go on a 10-game winning run. You never know.
Every time it looks like we're going to get somewhere, every time it's in our grass, we fuck up and we go.
It's always been like that. It's been like that since I've been supporting West Ham. I mean, people before me that support West Ham will tell you the same thing. It's always been like that over the years, unfortunately.
It don't make sense, does it? Because the teams change, the managers change. No. Why is that still ingrained?
I just think with Pellegrini, look, I've been a fan of Pellegrini, but the last few games I've started to question him. I've started to question his team selection, his tactics, his substitution. I mean, dragging Noble off at half time, he didn't deserve to come off.
I don't think he's been at the form that he's been at. And I was looking at it today, right? When we went 2-0 down, right? All the players had their hands on their hips, including Noble, and the only one trying to cheer everyone up was Declan Rice. Declan Rice is there going like, come on. Everyone was 2-0 down. Was it 16, 20 minutes? It was hands on hips, and Noble was one of them. I'm thinking, that should be Noble.
And I've seen that before. I remember losing here 3-0 to Southampton and seeing players with hands on hips, walking around, pointing at people, saying, you should be doing that. It's just a blame game at the moment, and they've got to snap out of it, because if not, they get relegated. No doubt about it.
The only one trying to G people up was a 21-year-old. And so, what I'm thinking, I don't know where Noble's mindset is now. I mean, he's looking brilliant.
I just don't think Pellegrini motivates
he ain't got the motivation.
He don't motivate them. Like, listen, people will slate Big Sam, but Big Sam would be on that touchline screaming, look like he's going to have a fucking heart attack, going right at it, you know what I mean? Pellegrini don't. Bilic used to do it. And then when Bilic started losing the dressing room, he used to just sit on the touchline. He lost it.
He just gave up.
David Moyes was the same. Pellegrini, we don't know what he's like in the changing room. We don't know. He could be one of their managers. Arsene Wenger was pretty similar. He used to just sit there. But yeah, I like to see my managers on the touchline screaming, shouting. Instructing, yeah. And making the right decisions at the right times. And I don't think Pellegrini's doing that.
I don't know whether he has a solution to our problems right now. Like, if he knows what
Mikel Antonio, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Mikel Antonio would definitely help.
I think it's crazy how much we've missed him. Like, and I never thought.
And you know what? There were so many comments because I've said it, you've said it. People going, "Oh, one player don't make a difference." But
when you look back, right,
one player can make a difference.
Of course they can.
It can lift the team.
But when you look back,
can lift the crowd.
Right, you look back at the City game, how bad we was in the City game. Then look how bad we was in the Brighton game. Right. The difference between them two games is when Mikel Antonio come on the pitch, he was at them.
Because I said to you, mate, I said to you on the live show, he gets his head down and he runs at players. Sometimes he might run it out, sometimes he might not get the cross in, but straight away, as soon as he gets that ball back, he's doing it again, and that's what we miss.
He's positive with the ball, and that's what we're missing. Like Anderson today, it just showed me what he can do. That second part of the second half, he was running at players.
I thought he played well today. First half he was a bit. Yeah,
I want to see him play there because this is the thing. What tends to happen when he's on the wing is he'll let Creswell will overlap him, and Creswell is the one delivering that final ball. When you've got this player of quality, Van Anderson, he should be on that ball.
Where was Masuaku today?
I don't know.
Not on the bench.
I didn't even see.
He's been training, so
Wilshere went on the bench.
Wilshere's injured. He's injured, but. Yeah, it's
just strange.
I don't know, mate.
I want to see Masuaku on the left wing.
I can't see us going forward with Pellegrini. I can't see it. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's got the passion for the game. But do you think, like me personally, I don't think sacking him is very point. Unless we look like we're in danger of going down, we might as well go stick to the end of the season because who is there available really?
Jose Mourinho.
I mean, there's Everton are sniffing around, sort of talking about it. Arsenal.
Look, we spoke about this the other day. Look, I don't think there's any chance of us getting him. But if there was a chance, if Jose Mourinho touted to this club and said, "Look, I'd love to manage West Ham," then I'd sack Pellegrini today.
He said that before, though, didn't he?
Pellegrini today and get him in. I would, because I think someone like Jose Mourinho. I know we're going off topic here. I think he would lift the club. He'd lift the players.
I agree, but will this board give him the funds that he... I know we've obviously spent this one, but are we going to continue to give him what he needs in terms of finances to take this club where
Look, I'm going to say this, like we spoke about this on the live show Thursday night. I personally don't like him, yeah? But I wouldn't turn around and say, well, my opinion's right. Because there's a lot of people that don't agree with my opinion. Like, you don't agree with my opinion. You don't agree with my opinion.
With the squad we've got now, you'd only need 4 or 5 quality signings.
There's a lot of upside to Jose Mourinho. There's just a few question marks.
There's other managers out there as well. There's Eddie Howe's. I mean, someone over there said Lee Bowyer. I don't know what they was thinking.
Dom, yeah.
What's he talking about?
Scott Parker.
No, I tell you, this is the thing. Eddie Howe gets brought up a lot, and this is my big reservation of Eddie Howe. Sometimes a manager just happens to be the right fit
for the right club.
The right club, yeah. And you take him out of that club, and you know they know
Eddie Howe left Bournemouth to go to Burnley when Burnley were top Championship club at the time, and it didn't work out for him. He was there for a year. He went back to Bournemouth, but tactically, the way I mean, I was listening to Bournemouth on the radio on the way down, and it was all over United. And if you think like 10 years ago, Bournemouth
United are not United, are they?
Yeah, but they do it. They Man City go there. Man City only scraped to win there.
No, mate. They're a good solid team.
Liverpool, they're a good team. But look, Pellegrini's still our manager, so let's just. Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful, Pellegrini, but for me, I'll be honest. If we go another 4 or 5 games and we don't pick up a win, I think he'll be sacked.
The thing is,
because it'll be around Christmas time.
The thing is with him. Sorry, Dan, I don't mean to. He's on such a lot of money, and I think with the money that you get and you're giving him, if you give that to another manager like an Eddie Howe or something like that, I think they'd take that money. Do you know what I mean? I think they'd take that. I think that would be enough to sort of persuade someone to move. You know, even a Mourinho to £8 million, that's Mourinho level wages.
The thing is, with Mourinho, you know, you're only going to get him for 2 or 3 years. But as I said to you the other day, managers now only stay at clubs 2 or 3 years. It's rarely you'll get someone
be
there for 2 or 3 years. But do you know what? Do you know what, Dan? He probably would, mate. He probably would. Everywhere he goes, he wins trophies. He had a poor United team. Finished second in the league, won the Europa League,
FA Cup.
The thing is, this board, their track record, they don't like to sack managers mid-season unless it's like Bilic. It's critical. Yeah. Like with the Bilic thing, it got so toxic. Yeah. They had to make a change.
But this is turning again, Dan.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about us is, and what we do is, we've got our ear on the floor, as they say. You know what I mean? We've got our ear to the ground, and we listen to what people say. People are turning against him. Like, you look at the fan camps today. 9 out of we get 12, about 12 in it. About 12 fan cams, 9 out of 12 are saying they want him gone. You know what I mean? You're watching people coming past as they're walking past and saying, "This is shit. This is shit. The manager's shit."
There's
something's brewing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, there's only so much. Like, there's only so far his name can take him. I think his name was taking him a little bit further.
The investment we've had, the expectation is there that we should be doing a lot.
Yeah.
The only way we can turn it around is getting results on the pitch. Because as I said, the results on the pitch affects the crowd, and if we pick up, look, Burnley's a tough place to go, but they're on the back of an ironing today from Sheffield United, and they lost at home to Chelsea there the week before.
I just can't see it though, right?
Yeah, I know, but this is look, we know West Ham, we've been to these are the sort of games we're going to win next week. We're going to win it next week, and then we'll come here, and then we'll either get annihilated by Tottenham or we'll beat them, and then the place will be buzzing again. Football, the results affect so many moods. So, but it's at the moment it's getting like that. Feels like that first season over again at the moment. The way people were walking out after the third goal went in. What was that? 50 minutes. Yeah, they scored on the 50th minute. It was emptying out. I remember that. I mean, the Southampton game always sticks in my mind over here.
Thing is, like, what's frustrating is we've got such a quality striker in Allaire right now. Really got someone who could help us kick on, and we're just not giving a service to him at all, and there's no one up there. But I tell you my one criticism of Allaire, one thing that annoys me is sometimes his positioning. His positioning is not great. Where he's at, where he is in terms of when the ball's coming in, he's either like too far forward or he's too far back. He had a moment when Anderson's coming in, and he should be anticipating that ball being played to him.
He's not attacking the ball.
Yeah, or not attacking them. How are we always, whether it's attacking-wise or defensive, we're always getting beat in the air all the time? Except for obviously when we scored the. Do you know what? I didn't see the. Obviously, Snodgrass got that goal. It was
Balbuena got the attack. Yeah, he
sort of got
it,
knocked some. Yeah, and he sort of run into it.
Even the geezer that announces the scores couldn't give a fuck really. Couldn't he? He went like that. He went, "Oh, we think it's Balbuena." Like.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, right? I'm going to be totally honest at the minute. this club isn't doing it for me at the minute. Do you know what I mean? I love West Ham, and I've been a West Ham fan for 36, 37 years nearly. But like we was talking on the way here, this club is just not. Everything about the club just seems to be. I don't know whether it's going backwards. There's just arguments going on here. There's arguments going on there. You know, the staff here ain't treating us very well again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just not tickling my fancy. Do you know what I mean?
No, you mean everyone's got that sort of feeling like.
Yeah, but that's down to results. If we'd have won the last 3 games, we'd have all been here now doing the conga around this boat, thinking we're going to win the league.
The football ain't been great.
I mean, maybe he should have bought a jetty on. You know what I mean?
He did.
Oh, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, mate.
He was. Listen, people say to me on Twitter all the time, he should start up front. He should start up front. I've seen him play 4 or 5 times now. He's not.
He offers nothing.
He offers nothing for me. I think he was just one of them token signings in the summer that people got a little bit excited about because they've never heard of him and they think, oh, he's no good for this.
We sold Hernandez.
Yeah, exactly. We got rid of Hernandez.
Look, think about this now, right?
That was the biggest mistake we made.
Think about how much time
Biggest mistake we made.
we tried to force this bloke out, right? What would you give to have Sacco back now?
No, but the thing is,
What would you
I'd
do?
give anything to have Valencia back.
In Valencia,
The
yeah.
thing is, Sacco was fucking
goal
brilliant.
scorer.
He was brilliant, but his mindset wasn't there. But he's one of the best strikers we've had in a long time.
He was
Goal scorer. Natural goal scorer.
Yeah, he was a bit like
would terrorise defence.
Demba Ba. He was the same.
Yeah.
Scores your goals.
But the thing is,
Scores your goals in crucial moments in crucial games.
he just had that energy where he just keep running. Running
He just knew where to.
defensive
He's
running.
he had that knack where he knew where to be at what time. As you say, the only problem with him, every now and then his head would go. You know what I mean? And he wasn't in the right mindset. But he'd score goals.
But that was
Up to the fucking final days that he was here.
that was down to Bilic why he sort of started
Down to the
losing
club
his
as well, though.
because
As
the
well,
thing
why
is-
they didn't back him.
Bilic allowed all that shit to happen. He allowed a lot of things to happen behind the
Carroll would
scenes.
keep coming back every time Carroll.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you think about how much of a good goal scorer he was, they was trying to sign strikers to push him out of the team. Every time Carroll would come back, Carroll would be back for 5 minutes and he'd be in the team over him. What would you do to have him back, though? Honestly, what would you give?
Even going back to Hernandez, mate, I still think that we should have waited till January to get rid of him.
Yeah.
I think it was too stupid to let him go because we've been lucky that Allaire hasn't picked up an injury. Because if he picks up an injury, God fuck knows what we're going to do.
We let
Fuck
him
knows.
go.
We'll have
after
Antonio
the
up
deadline
front.
day, though.
We'll have Antonio
But
up
it's
front.
all.
Yeah.
They
Don't get me wrong, it was a good deal for the club.
Yeah, no,
it was
no,
a good deal
no,
for the
no,
club.
no,
And
no, I
as a
understand.
business side, yeah. But the manager should have been saying, no, keep him till January. Let him go in January. Because I think Hernandez would have been happy to stay here till January. I think he'd have said, all right, I'm going to move to Spain in
It
January.
didn't look like it was going to go, did it?
Because you look at
But
Alex.
the thing is, they saw an opportunity to get 140 grand off the books, and they took it. And I think, on the balance of things, I think it was the right decision financially.
Yeah.
But player-wise,
Yeah.
no way.
Unless you had
scored
someone
against
coming in.
And the thing is, as well, that annoyed me, right, is that they've saved so much money in wages this summer. You see a bloke come on today that was draining 100 grand a week out of our wages. You see, who else did we let go?
We let Nasri, obviously, was paying quite a lot.
80 grand a week.
Perez.
80 grand a week.
He's another one.
Nasri.
No, Perez. Last season, if you look at our strikers we had, he was probably the best natural finisher we had, but he never got a fucking chance.
Don't get me wrong, he was piss poor in games.
He
He was piss poor in
he
games.
was
But you
a
look
good
at his
striker.
goal scoring record against his fucking
Look at
games
him out in
record.
Spain. Look at him and Hernandez, can't stop scoring. And this is what happens when you play someone consistent. Just because a striker don't score 1 in 2 games, keep with them and they will get goals.
Yeah, you bring Perez on instead of a Jetty in that game to go up top with Allaire. I think
He was getting crucial goals down.
Yeah.
Some games he was unplayable as well. I didn't think he was fantastic.
It's frustrating at the moment, but look, it's still early enough in the season. There's a busy schedule coming up in the next few weeks, and Christmas as well.
we've got Antonio to come back, but then it's how long is it going to take for him to get the full match fitness? Then he's going to be able to stay
He's
fit.
pretty good at that, though, isn't he? Let's be fair, Antonio.
Yeah, and
He's
the
pretty
thing is as well,
decent
you
at that.
don't want to rush him back too soon because
No.
if he picks up another injury,
They're talking
but
about offering him a new contract, isn't it? 70 grand a week. Antonio, I saw.
yeah, I think maybe next week at Burnley, the way Burnley play, the way we play, he needs to mix it up. He needs to start with either Lanzini or Fornals. Just to give him. The thing is with Fornals, we see it in the summer. He's got the talent. It's taking him a bit of time. I mean, we as fans instantly expect players to just step on that pitch and they just, we're taking to the Premier League. It's not as easy as that. Premier League is a tough league. No, the Premier League is so tough. People don't realise that. People scream out. How many times have we players playing in the under 23s? Put them in the first team. Put them in the first team. Put them in the first team. They can't hack it. It's tough.
It's such a fast-paced game. I've heard Tony Martinez. You know what I mean about players that are even up to Nathan Holland.
Even that Silva. I mean,
Zande Silva.
He's played a couple of games in the first team. Yeah, should he have more of a chance? I mean, he's been out injured, but when he comes back. But you've got Connor Coventry, you've got Cullen.
There are some young players though that maybe look because the squad depth ain't there. Maybe you can start to look at this position, maybe on the wing or something.
I'll tell you one thing as well. In January, I'll be bringing Diagana back. I don't care about West Brom. He's our player. Bring him back.
Who's talking about West Brom though? They're worried about West Brom.
No, but
who's worried about West Brom? I'm not.
No. I'm just saying. Like a lot of people are saying, no, they should leave him on loan all season to West Brom. He's doing well for West Brom. Bring him back. He's our player.
No, the perspective I see on that is, look, while if he's doing well, you want to keep him in that flow, right? If we bring him back and you don't have him starting every single fucking game of the week, then that might halt his progression. That's the
way I see it is that if I look on that bench and we need to chase a game and you look at Diagana, I'd rather put a Diagana on than an Ajeti.
Oh no, I agree.
I'd rather put Pellegrini on than fucking Ajeti. Yeah.
I'm just thinking in his long term. I know.
Imagine him kitted up,
mate. Do you know what? Can he play left back?
No, I think just it's in terms of his long term development. You think like, look, is he as a player going to benefit?
I think he'll come back full of confidence. I'd rather him stay out for the season. So would I. I'd rather him stay there. But if it comes to January and we're fucking desperate, then he's our player. You know what I mean?
I ain't going to worry about if it affects West Brom's promotion.
No, fuck West Brom.
We got that clause. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. I've heard we're talking about looking at.
I can't. Sorry, Dan. Okay. Right. You just said, has he got that clause though? Yeah, there have been times when we've sent Zarate out on loan to QPR and that, where we haven't got a fucking option to bring him back, right? I can't see how you can send your player out to borrow to another club and you can't bring him back when the fuck you want.
That's like me. You're saying lend me your car, I'll lend it to you, and I say, can I have it back now? You go, no, I've got it for the year.
But do you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't lending a player to a club and then putting something in his contract that he can come back at any time, you're a fucking idiot. Like, it doesn't make sense, does it? Like, because you're fucking desperate.
If you get some serious injuries, you think, fuck.
I mean, there's talks of Josh Cullen coming back as well, but the thing is, for me, I think someone like Josh Cullen, leave out on loan, because if he comes back, is he going to get in front of Nobes, Rice?
Jack Wilshere kind of.
Jack Wilshere, yeah, exactly. So,
I don't think Josh Cullen's going to make it at West Ham.
I think he will.
You think he will?
Yeah, I think next season he'll come back, and I think he'll have a big part to play at West Ham.
I think that's going to be the critical year for him. Is that next season?
Yeah, I think he will.
I think that's the make or break next season.
I think Josh Cullen has got the talent now. He's got the talent. He just needs to be around that first team squad and playing first team games.
Yeah.
He's not going to get experience in the Premier League if he's playing out on loan at Cholton. So
no.
But look, as for today, mate, it's just it's disappointing, you know.
They haven't scored more than one goal. I can't fathom how.
It's not that. It's just that it's not just disappointing.
But the thing is, they could have had 6.
It's damn right shameful because we, as I said before, just our ineptness to play has made them look absolutely brilliant. And I'm taking nothing away from them, because they would have focused on this game. They would have looked at the performance last week and the performance against Palace and went, we can go there and we can fucking do this. And he got everything spot on today. The way they shift the ball around, the way they're making space for each other, they're away from home. They're making us look like they're away team.
But they've done a similar thing when I watched them play against Spurs.
Yeah.
You know,
they're in a bad team. They've got a couple of right big players. That's in maximum. I'd fucking kill for him at this club.
And once again,
he's not brilliant.
Your twin, John Joe. John Joe Shelby, run the midfield. He run the midfield. He springs the ball about left, right, and centre. He dictates the play. He enjoys his football, and his free kick he was lucky with.
But I still think you've got to give him some credit.
You got to get on credit. He got it on target.
A lot of people won't even fucking get it on target. That was a fair way out.
Yeah, no, it's.
I like the way. To be honest with you, I said it to him today, and he said to me, "And he broke sweat." He just stands there and he fucking sprays it.
That's what we miss. That's what we ain't got.
And I mean, fucking, when he drives that ball, he drives it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what he does. Whoever has ever turned around and said he ain't good enough for this club is a fucking idiot. And that includes the fucking chairman, who we was at Wigan, and I heard him say with his own fucking lips, he's no good.
Well,
he's
what
rubbish.
did he say about Robert Snodgrass? And look who's still. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Snodgrass, you've got to give a geezer. I mean,
He's an honest
he's got
player.
2
He's
and
just
2,
an honest player.
And he's one of them. He gives it fucking.
I'll be honest about Snodgrass today. I know he scored. I didn't think he had a great game.
No,
He didn't have a great game, but
I saw him trying.
yeah, he was the only one chasing the ball down.
He
So I'll
was
give him
the
that
only one
credit.
looking for the pass as well, right?
And it was a great finish. Like that. I mean, it was a good ball in, but straight. And that we need more of that. What they don't do is first time ball comes.
Yeah,
straight.
Declan Rice mixed games a day. There were spells where he done things good. There were spells where he done things bad.
Yeah. There was that misplaced pass.
Yeah,
that
misplaced
nearly
pass.
put
I
him
think
in the
I'm gonna watch it back on the replay after, but I'm sure it was his fault for the first goal as well. He let the player get above him, so
But
I'm
it was
sure
also-
that was Declan Rice. If it weren't, I apologise.
He was also
But-
putting in tackles high up the pitch when they could have counter-attacked us. He was winning
Yeah.
the ball back early and getting us back.
Felipe Anderson had a okay game. Yarmolenko was poor,
Yeah.
quiet, got dragged off.
There's
There's not much you
just
can
wasn't
take.
good, was it?
There's not much you can
Well,
take. It's been a shit day all round. We lost the
no.
fucking Rugby World Cup.
I'll tell you one positive. We now got Wi-Fi in the stadium. Your mate, Claret New, tweeted out when we was
Not my
3-0
fucking
down.
mate.
When we was 3-0 down, we now have Wi-Fi in the
How's he
stadium.
fucking know? He ain't been here for 25 years, this stupid fucking old cunt.
Fucking even made me fall down.
Fucking hell.
How now?
Oh, lean back. But no, but no, we got Wi-Fi.
Oh well.
How's he know?
Every guy has a silver lining.
Right, anyway.
I thought-
He's got
yeah, but-
he's mates with David Bold, isn't he?
If I'd have read that, I'd have thought it was a new signing. I brought Wi-Fi on, played him up front.
Who's his Wi-Fi?
Yeah, who's Wi-Fi?
Bring Wi-Fi on.
Free Wi-Fi.
Free Wi-Fi?
Oh, jeez. But
Right.
do you think you'll make changes? Now, just looking at Burnley before we go.
Yeah.
What changes?
I don't think.
He can't go to another
I
game
think
like
next
that,
week,
surely.
I think you'll see Fredericks come back in. I think Bonner will come back in, and I think Lanzini will come back into the team next week.
He's one positive for me today, Lanzini, when he come
Yeah,
on.
Lanzini. We ain't mentioned him yet. I thought Lanzini done well when he come on.
He went off the ball in the last few games.
Every time he got on the ball, he looked like he was trying to make something
He wanted
happen.
to make something
You
happen,
know,
yeah.
trying to get the ball forward instead of going backwards and sideways. Yeah.
Right.
Go on.
Can we
Sorry.
finish?
No, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, go on. No, if you've got
No,
something
no,
to say,
I was
go
just
on.
going to say, with the fucking the jetty thing, I don't know, with Ale, obviously, the big thing about him is he thrived with 2 up top. That's the thing, probably why he's looking to him. Because when he played for
But
Frankfurt,
we sold his partner. Hernandez would have been the perfect partner for him.
So that's,
Imagine the goals he would have scored around him.
I know.
we need to look at though,
Silly.
possibly. Yeah, but then maybe we can look at trying to play, I don't know, Anderson just in behind him or something where we can get someone around him. Because otherwise, if you're playing him as that isolated lone striker, it's not going to work. Let him-
Chuck Yarmolenko up
I
there
know,
with
mate.
him.
Yeah, we've been saying this for weeks. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post Match Front. Before we go, a friend of mine's daughter is trying to raise money for a friend who's got leukemia. Eloise Taylor, it's her second battle, unfortunately. They're trying to raise £100,000. They're just giving the crowd supporting the crowdfunding site just here. Can we put that on the screen, Dan?
Yeah,
We'll put the link in the description down below. They're trying to raise £100,000. They've got £15,000. We're trying to get some bits and pieces to send to their raffle as well, which is at the end of November, which we'll be supporting. So if you can please give generously. If everyone that watches this video gives £1, it gives them another £10,000, £12,000. So please, everyone give generously to this great cause. But boys, disappointing.
Very
Only
disappointing.
one game and
Beer's
2 weeks
empty.
off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's a big game next week because we're going to an international break. If we go in the international break on another defeat, the old place is going to be heads down, you know. And then after the international break, you go into the home early game kick-off against Spurs, which is that's one that can go either way. Spurs that ain't winning away, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah. If we do win that game, again, you could look at it papers over the cracks. You could look at it will give us a boost, give us a lift, and help us kick on.
I think a win at next week at Burnley will be massive, because I think that will sort of prepare us to go into the international break and then get ready for Chelsea and Spurs, because they're 2 tough games. And I know Spurs ain't good as they was last season, but they're still Tottenham and they've still got some fucking good players that can hurt us. Chelsea, you know, at the moment they're flying with their youngsters. Lampard's obviously going to come back here. He's going to get a bit of abuse, so he's going to set Chelsea up.
No one, I don't know if any of you guys expected it, but I was.
I think the key, I think Lampard obviously takes a lot of credit, but one person that don't get mentioned is Jody Morris, because Jody Morris brought them kids through at Chelsea.
Yeah.
So he's part of it as well. And look, Lampard's gone in there and he's given them the freedom. You know, go out there and show me what you can do. And he's Tommy Abrahams, who was on loan at Villa last year, keeps scoring. Mason Mount, he was at Derby with Lampard. You know, you got the young kid at the back. Plus, they've got a good mixture of experience. They're doing well.
Would he have done it if they didn't have the ban, though? If they didn't have the ban, he might.
I think he would have still.
Yeah, I think no. If they didn't have the ban, he probably would have brought a couple of players in. But I think Lampard, he'll stick with youth and English talent. I think you've got the Hudson-Odoi as well, who's a great player. So it's going to be tough. And as you said, it's a big pitch out there, open. Chelsea are going to come here. They've got a lot of pace. It's worrying times, but you know, it's 11 versus 11 on the day. If we turn up, we can match them, and
it's just the fact that the team give us that little bit of fucking hope. They're going a little run, and you think,
oh, they do. They flirt with you. They're like, look at us here, look at that. See that trophy? See that? Yeah. Fuck off, you know. Not this year, son.
They get the drinks out of you, then they can leave with your mate at the end of the night.
It's like Ryan with that kid last year. He's going to beat us. We didn't.
Yeah, he was.
It's like someone coming out with a nice tray of Jaeger bombs. You go, oh yeah, and they just chuck it away.
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Break. Go and follow us on all social media at West Ham Fan TV. Visit our shop. We've got jumpers and hoodies and T-shirts in there now.
All ready for the winter.
All ready for the winter. All ready for Christmas. I know Christmas is coming up fast. So go to the... Take that off, man. Let them see. Yeah. He's had a good Christmas, isn't he?
That's a nice one. That white one. You look like a painter and decorator.
The hood action.
The hood works.
The hood works.
That's good. It goes up and then down and then up and then down. I've got a jumper on today, but I've got a hoodie.
I've got a T-shirt.
You've got a T-shirt.
I'm freezing.
But go and check out all of the thing out. I'm going to put it up there. What side is it actually? Up there. One of them corners. There's going to have a link to the store. In one of them corners there, but the link will also be in the description down below, so go and check that out. Disappointing, boys. If this don't pick up soon, it's going to start getting fucking... Dom might blow a gasket again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's going to have a fucking heart
cardiac, yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks Hammers Chat as well for lending us the boats for today. Film Post-Match Pint. And happy 5th birthday to you. Put in a lot of work, haven't they, on the forums?
Yeah.
Happy 5th birthday. So to Gio and all the guys over there.
God bless them.
God bless us, everyone.
To all the guys over there, happy birthday. One thing left to say, boys.
Come on, you ones.